Get away from her, you bitch!
Hey Eddie, guess what? I got our logo. Let me put it up because I wanted to show it to you before we went live. Check this out. Boo!
Oh, you got it up in the corner. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude.
Well, only for us, right?
Yeah.
But Eddie, how's it going, man?
It's going okay. It's the beginning of a new week. Mondays suck, but it's all right.
It's
How about
freaking March. Yeah, like mine's going pretty smooth. It's nice weather over here, so I stayed inside all day.
It's nice weather, so you stayed inside. We've been going back and forth between rain and cloudy days. Like today there was no rain, but tonight there might be. I don't know. It's been weird. It's weird living in California these days.
Man, you know what I forgot to play? I even got the clip for it. So sorry, Eddie, 1 second. I forgot to play this clip.
Nacho!
Eagle Bowers. they're already ruining it. So
Yeah, there's way too many quotable lines in this movie.
No, but my friend up in well, I'll put this banner up too so everyone knows. But we're gonna talk about Nacho Libre, spoilers ahead in case you haven't seen the movie. But my friend in San Diego, she was like, yeah, it's raining more than usual. Like in March we already got the year's worth of rain or some crap like that. And I was like, God damn.
Oh, and in San Diego it's even worse. In San Diego there's been floods in some parts of San Diego, and I know I've seen a lot of that on social media and the news and stuff. So yeah, it's crazy, man.
Here it's like the opposite. It's like staying cold, I don't know, man. The weather's, it's like I feel like we do this every year though. We say it's getting worse, it's getting worse, it's getting worse. It's the same thing probably.
Probably.
But I do love when I go to California, when everyone's putting their like what is those boots those girls wear? Uggs? Is it Uggs?
Oh yeah. I don't know if Uggs are as popular as they used to be. I feel like I don't see people wear them as much.
Well, they put those big ass high boots, jeans, like a nice jacket. It's like
when it's cold.
When it's 60 degrees out.
I guess today would technically be a cold day. It's probably like 60s around there.
Pedro says, "Can we ever have a salad or something?" Well, without spoiling the movie, what's your thoughts on this thing? Where did you see it at first, or do you remember where you watched it, and what do you think of it overall?
I love this movie. I don't remember the first time I watched it. I just remember watching it a lot as a kid. I don't even know what year it came out. What year did it come out? I didn't look.
2006.
So I would have been 14 when it came out.
Wow.
I thought I would have been younger than that.
I think I was like 19 at the time.
Yeah, 2006. Yeah, I would have been 14. So just starting high school. But yeah, it's hilarious, dude. I remember watching it with my brother all the time. My mom loves this movie too. My mom's a big Jack Black fan, so I watched a lot of Jack Black movies as a kid. I don't know why. It's weird, huh? She just likes Jack Black, I think. But a lot of his movies were my favorites growing up. And Nacho's hilarious and quotable. And a big thing with me and my brother and my mom was we would quote movie lines all the time. Like to where other people would get annoyed with it, like other people outside our family, friends and stuff. Like we'd just be quoting movie lines all the time, and people would get annoyed. And this one has a ton of them, man.
Yeah, from beginning to end.
I don't know which one's the one I quote the most though. I think I quote all of them, but like, anytime we eat toast, I will say, good toast.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. A lot of them. The salad one was a lot. Why can't? And then this. I guess we'll get into it when we get to that scene specifically. But yeah, dude, a lot of quotable lines.
One of my favorite lines. I saw this like I just finished high school and I was at the start of this new job. And I was going out with this one girl, and she was like, back then you could say anything, right? So like it was funny to me. I took it as a joke because I knew she was joking around. She's like, "Do all Mexicans like sound like that in the country?" And I was like, "It's okay, it's okay. I'm not Mexican, but
I'm not even Mexican. That's fine.
yeah." I'll tell you something backstage. What she told me once. She was drinking a lot, but it's something related to this movie.
Wow.
But yeah, she was drunk, so it wasn't her fault. But like, yeah, I remember watching it, loving it, and I was gonna ask you. I saw reviews on it. People were comparing it to directors that directed from A24. That it felt like you got A24 vibes from this movie.
I hate A24 movies.
Oh, you do?
so-
It's like independent movie, man. I thought you would
know,
like this.
But
Yeah.
I mean, the only two that I've watched that I like are Hereditary and Iron Claw. I think those are the only two. Like, I don't know that I've seen a lot of them, but I know that I hated The Green Knight. There's another A24 movie that I watched, and I was like, I don't care for this movie. I'm not like a huge fan of those movies usually.
Like I triggered you or something.
I think it's more because it's like a joke with my friend because he loved The Green Knight and I thought it was the dumbest movie ever. So now I just relate that to A24. But like I did love Iron Claw, and then I finally saw Hereditary. I did like that, so maybe I do like A24. I don't know.
So Nacho Libre 2006, rated PG. And the movie was an hour and 32 minutes. Oh, that's another movie I got to review right there.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder. Yeah, it's considered a comedy, a family movie, and a sports movie somehow. Oh, I guess it's wrestling. And director is Jared Hess. Do you know this guy?
No, not from the name.
Let's see what else he's done. Oh, he's a nerd.
Wow.
Nominated for 1 Oscar. Oh, look at this guy. 6 wins and 5 nominations total. He did American.
He did American Fiction?
It looks like it. Discovered.
Wow.
Oh no,
And
this year's
no.
nominated films.
I was gonna say.
Oh, he's done Napoleon Dynamite. That's what I get.
Oh,
A bunch of vibes. From.
Okay, I was gonna say this movie feels like Napoleon Dynamite a lot. That makes a lot of sense. Cause I was thinking that when I was watching it. I was like, what's a good comparable funny movie? And Napoleon Dynamite is pretty. Now that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Terry, or if anybody else wants to jump on, we got like some people watching, so just let me know and I'll add you guys. But yeah, there's Napoleon Dynamite. I get 1000% vibes from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Stars are Jack Black, Ana de la Reguera, Hector Jimenez, and a lot of funny actors in this movie, man.
I've only seen Hector in one other movie. And it's
Esqueleto.
Wild Hogs. And it's only like a 5-second clip that he's in it for. But that's the only time I've ever seen him in another movie.
Oh wow.
But he's funny, dude.
Yeah, he's perfect for this. Like, it's funny because someone said like they grabbed all like human beings for this movie. Like none of the people that are other than Jack Black are noticeable in this movie.
And
like
that dude, the salad kid, he's from a lot of stuff that I like. I just see his face a lot. I feel like in movies. I couldn't name a specific movie, but that kid I've seen in a lot of stuff.
I have to check him out. Oh, Juan Pablo.
Yeah.
Let's check it out real quick. I don't recognize this guy.
I feel like I've seen him in a bunch of stuff. Let's see what his
The
movies are.
Kings of Summer.
I like that movie.
Ender's Game.
King of Staten Island.
King of Staten Island.
Ender's Game. He plays like the douche. Okay, so see, all of those 3 movies I've seen. That's why.
There you go.
But in Ender's Game, he plays like one of the popular tough kids. He's a douche. Staten Island.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I did like Ender's Game. That caught
You
me
did?
off surprise. Yeah, it caught me. It got me. I was like,
yeah.
whoa, yeah. Okay, so let's get into the movie stills and everything. But yeah, man, without ruining everything, I really like this movie. I watched it when it was in theaters. Like I could say this is one movie I watched in theaters and I loved it coming out of it.
I wonder if I did. I probably did, but I can't remember being at the theater watching it. But I went to the theater all the time as a kid because that's really all we had to do in my town. So I probably did go. I just don't remember.
Okay, so it's telling me I can't share my screen. Let me double check one more thing. Share screen. The browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen to see if this continues. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I probably gotta go into another tab. I'll be right back. Don't cancel me, man. I'll be right back.
Don't cancel. No
I'll be right back.
promises. All right. Now it's a MadeMedia only stream on CW. On CNP, not CW, my bad. But dude, this movie is freaking hilarious, man. And that's funny. I never pay attention to directors, but because he said it was the same one as Napoleon Dynamite, it's funny because I was thinking about it when I watched it because I was trying to think what movie should I pick for next week. And I was like, maybe I should pick Napoleon Dynamite because it feels very similar. And also, both movies that make me want to eat food. You're back.
It still says the same thing. The browser can't access your screen. Let me do something else. I'll do this. I'll share my whole desktop.
Wow. Douchebag16 said Napoleon Dynamite is mediocre comedy best. It's not that funny. Wow.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty
You hate
funny.
to see it.
All right, we'll do it this way. I gotta share my whole desktop. There's nothing in the background. There's nothing in the background. Okay, cool.
So it won't let you share the screen, but it'll let you share the desktop? That's weird.
Yeah, I know, right? Like they've been having issues a lot lately, but
StreamYard? Yeah.
yeah, like when I logged in, they were saying like your live is not going to be live at the time you say. It may be a couple minutes late or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie starts out with like it starts off with this banger of a song. You see that? He said band douchebag.
Yeah. And his name's Pedro. It makes it funny. I forgot about the song that starts off with is iconic with the whistling.
How does it go again?
I can't do it.
I am.
Oh, the song, yeah. I think I am a religious man.
I saw a review where they were trying to say this is Nacho Libre a religious movie, and I don't think it is. It's just like a spotlight in like Oaxaca, a neighborhood in Oaxaca.
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's not preaching like you gotta believe in Christ or anything like that.
No, not really. There's a lot of like Jesus references in it. Well, I mean, they bring it up every once in a while, but I wouldn't say it's religious. I think it's more about wrestling than it is about God. But I think this is funny looking at this picture now that they have that Mexican blanket in the background.
Yeah.
Because I have a blanket like that, but mine doesn't have a cheat on it. It has like the floral pattern on it. Or
yeah, big ass floral.
Yeah. That's funny though.
Mine had like a peacock, or it had a big ass
yeah.
tiger on it.
Yeah,
huge
the
ass
big tiger is the main one.
I got these like pussy ass ones from Costco, man. I was like, this is not warm. Yeah, it starts out with Nacho as a kid building out his like costume, and come to find out
this part was funny because he starts washing him down. I was like, what the heck? He wasn't in the mud a second ago. How is he full of mud now? I never thought about it as a kid, but I was like, what the heck? How did that happen? Did they throw him in the mud?
He was in the mud, remember? Because he was at his parents' tombstone. He was laying down on it.
He was laying down on the tombstone, but it wasn't all muddy.
Maybe he was playing around. I don't know. I think it was still great. I have to go watch it again.
Yeah, it's funny, dude.
But yeah, it's like I love how it like goes over his like childhood for like 3 minutes, probably 5 minutes.
Yeah, and the kid, that's another actor I recognize. The kid from I'm not gonna remember the movie, but I know he's in like another movie where he plays a douchebag kid.
I have to look that up. I didn't even recognize the kid. But then it like fast forwards to Jack Black being Nacho being an adult and everything.
Making soup that looks like refried beans. He keeps calling it soup, but it looks like refried beans. I'm like, what kind of soup is that?
So yeah, he turned out to like it like fast. It's like Conan, right? It fast forwards to like him as an adult. It's pretty funny. But then like I didn't get the screenshot of him. So he's sitting at church, but he's drawing costumes for himself at church.
Yeah, he's drawing his Nacho costume. And
It's like he's drawing his Spider-Man suit or something.
But before that, you remember when he's serving the beans or whatever in the beginning, and he the kid. That's when that scene happens, right? Where he gives the kid the beans, and he goes like, "Why can't we ever just have like a salad?" And then he's like, "No, today the soup is especially delicious," and he goes to eat it, and then he like shoots it out of his nose. He sneezes, and I was like, that used to gross me out so much as a kid.
Like crazy.
Yeah, I was like,
right out of
that's
his nose.
disgusting, dude.
Yeah.
But that scene or that line, that was the line I was talking about. For some reason, it always made me and my mom want to eat salad. So like, we'd always make a big salad after we watched it. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't know. It was just one of those things. Some movies have those things where it makes me want whatever they're eating in the movie. But so I remember I used to tell, or maybe my mom would say it more than me, but we would say that one a lot. Like, why can't we ever just have like a salad?
But yeah, he's drawing his suit, and there's a kid sitting right next to him. We don't get to know his name yet, but he's just like he's out there. He's throughout the whole movie. I love this guy, man. He's like his biggest supporter, man. Like, and it's funny.
My best friend growing up that lived next door. It was my brother's best friend, but he knew him from school, and then he ended up being a good friend of mine too. His cousin looked just like this kid.
Oh,
Like just like the kid. I was like, holy shit, dude. So we used to call his little cousin the same name.
and then like it goes to I think he's back. No, they're introducing what this is in the beginning. I forget how they introduce her though.
He's in class. The orphans are in class, and Jack Black's sitting in the back of the class, I think. And that's when the, like, what is he, like one of the head friars or priests, whatever he is. He says, we have a new lady joining our thing today, and that used to be a big funny one too when he introduced the name of the convent she came from. It was like Sister Ladies Mountains of Guadalupe or something. It's funny, dude. And then it shows her, and she's like Mary or whatever, lights flashing on her. It's funny.
I can't do a Mexican accent. I could do a drunk Mexican accent, but I can't do a Mexican accent.
Wait, how does the Mexican accent change when it's drunk?
It'll probably come out. I can't do it on purpose. I can't do it on purpose. It'll come out, dude. Nacho. We'll see. But yeah, and then like this guy just freaking falls in love with her. He's like,
yeah, this part's funny too. They're playing basketball and he's going all crazy on the kids, trying to slam it and shit. And then he sees her and he gets the ball and he kicks it. He's like, what does he say? He's like, we're gonna play a new game. Go get it. And he kicks the ball. And when he kicks the ball, his freaking shoe flips off, and he just runs to go talk to her without his shoe.
But he does the whole Jack Black thing when he runs. He like hops.
Yeah.
Towards her.
Yeah.
Oh man, great scene right there. But then like this guy,
the same guy.
I forget what he says here.
Dude, this part is fucking hilarious. I think I laughed. This is the first time I laughed out loud when I rewatched it today. When he goes, "Güero, look alive." Dude, he freaking punches him right in the face.
No, he smacks the shit out of him like so hard.
He's like, "Güero." I was like, damn, dude, what the hell? What do you have to punch him for?
I love this scene. He's just like, don't you got some chips to go pick up or something like that?
He tells him, there's a man, he says, there's a man in the town sick with influenza in need for you to pay him a visit. And he's like, wait, that's not my thing. And he's like, hey, you're always asking for friarly duties.
Yeah.
So go do your But that was funny as hell, man.
Here's your big duty.
Yeah, here's your big duty, huh? What is it? I think this is the first time too that you see when Nacho is talking to her. She says something to him and he goes, Anyways, he says that all the time. Anyways, like,
I love when people say that. Anyways.
yeah, it's funny, dude.
But then this guy is funny because like me and the sister have to talk about religious things. Like,
Yeah.
and it zooms into his face for a good second, and there's like a weird, like, I don't know if you heard it, but there's like a wolf sound, like there's like a wolf
Really?
howling in the background.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
it
hear
happens in
then.
every scene that is a perverted scene. I don't know if you picked up on
Oh, I didn't pick that
that.
up.
You did it? Yeah,
I've
you gotta
heard the
watch
wolf,
it.
but I guess I didn't pay attention that it was tied to those scenes.
Because don't you remember, like, she puts his hand on Nacho, and then there's like a wolf sound in the background?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it happens every scene that gets.
Oh,
like,
she puts her hand on his knee,
Yeah.
and he makes a funny face. He's like looking at his knee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's really.
that
Then,
was one of the funniest scenes, dude.
and then
Look
like
alive.
smacks the shit out of him. But then
This
like you
scene's
get
funny too.
yeah, you get to see his bike, and then oh my god, man.
And he's revving it, and he's like this.
This is legit. Like when I went to Mexico, Guatemala, all the like Central American countries, they have like weird ass contraptions to take their stuff in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 1000%, man. In Guatemala, they call them trenchos, but I don't know. They're 3 wheels and everything like that. It's so stupid. Like, there's no way that passed safety inspection in the U.S.
Yeah. Well, he's
But,
riding it in flip flops and no helmet. In the U.S., he'd get a ticket for even riding that on the road.
Oh, I just got what you were meant. Like when he was revving it, he's like,
Yeah, he goes like, yeah,
he makes that stupid face too.
yeah,
It's Jack Black face. That's all I could say.
yeah, dude. This is a funny part too. This whole scene when he's
Yeah.
driving it and he passes those guys, and they're like, "Hey, what are do they call him by his name? I feel like they called him Nacho, but maybe they said Ignacio. I don't remember. I could have swore they said Nacho though. But he passes those guys, and you could hear him say, "Hey," and then for some reason, something that used to make me and my brother laugh a lot is he's like, "I like your cow."
Oh yeah,
they're like walking
I do
a
remember
cow.
that, yeah.
He's like, "I like your cow," and then like it goes past a little more, and he's like not paying attention. He looks back, and he runs off the cliff or the little hill. Yeah, that's hilarious, dude. Because he lays there for a second, and he just goes. He's like, because he lost his breath.
Off camera, yeah, which I
That's
love.
fucking hilarious, dude.
Pedro says Mexicans sell ice cream here in Texas on those bikes. There you go.
Oh yeah, they do. Like the palatero or the dude with the corn
Mm-hmm.
will go around, and they either have like, it's like a freaking bike that they attached like a freezer to the front of it or something. It kind of.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or elote.
Yeah, I miss growing up in a neighborhood with an elote guy.
You can always go.
We don't have that where I'm at.
Okay.
They don't have any, like. And when I grew up in San Bernardino, they had them. In parts of Riverside, they have them. They had one in Oxnard, where I used to live. They don't have them over here in LA. The area I live in is too nice, I guess.
It's too. And then yeah, you come to find out he's gonna go his duty, and there's an old man. Is he passed out with his blanket on him, or does Nacho put it on him?
No, he puts that on him.
He puts
But
it
he's
on.
just laying there with his head back.
Yeah.
And that was another part that we would laugh at. And we would quote a lot when he knocks on the door.
Yeah.
And she lets him in, and he looks at her, and he's like, "Where is he?" Yeah. And she goes like, "He's right here." And he looks at him, and he thinks he's dead. So he puts the coins on his eyes, and he puts the blanket over him. And that's the first. Well, maybe that's not the first time, because you might have seen in the opening. But in the entire movie, they keep doing that, where they pull the blanket really fast, or the tablecloth or whatever, and trying to make everything stay, and it always falls over.
It always falls. Yeah. No, but then yeah, he prays for him and for her. She has a nice house. He raised a nice.
Yeah.
He looks outside. He's like, a nice, it's okay garden or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, this man, he lived a good life. He had a lush garden, a beautiful woman, the love of a beautiful woman,
Yeah.
and a collection of Russian nesting dolls.
So Brenton.
But when the guy like all of a sudden the guy turns over and all the shit falls off of him, and then Nacho looks back and he does that stupid face. He gets scared, like, he's alive.
I had to get this scene right here, man. I love his face right here.
Yeah, it's funny, dude.
Yeah. And then like he has to go pick up the chips. And I don't know if you picked up on this, but there's like a restaurant or a store that leaves chips outside, so Nacho could go pick it up at night, but they label it orphan chips.
Yeah, orphans chips.
Yeah.
That's another one of the funny. That's when he meets Escaleto. And he attacks him.
Yeah. I don't know. Someone had a screenshot like this. I thought it was gonna come out, but here we are. But yeah. Yeah, then we get a glimpse at the
I like how you start smashing his face in the chip bag.
Yeah, he grabs his head.
Yeah. And all the chips fly everywhere. It's funny,
think-
dude.
Oh, I didn't get it. But like, yeah, he fights him. He loses the chips, and then like, yeah, he's gonna get dinged for it in a little bit or the next day. But this is the first. What's his name? Ramses.
Ramses. Yeah.
Ramses.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first glimpse that you get of Ramses. You know, this is in Oaxaca. Have you been to Oaxaca before?
I didn't know it was in Oaxaca. I never paid attention. And then when I was watching it today, I saw in the background of one of the wrestling matches, I saw the sign that said Oaxaca. No, I've never been to Oaxaca. I just know
Yeah.
the cheese.
Oaxaca
And then
cheese.
like my girlfriend, she's Mexican, and she said like this might be a racist thing, but I don't think it matters because it doesn't matter. Anyway, she said that growing up in Mexico, like they'd always say the darkest Mexicans come from Oaxaca. So that's how I know Oaxaca.
Yeah.
It's like deep. They call it like deep in the motherland. Like they're super Mexican when they come from Oaxaca.
It's beautiful, man. Like I drove through it. It's really beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful. A lot of poor, but still, it's like really beautiful. Yeah, but that's the first glimpse that you get of him. Jack Black's looking at him, and he's like, he's idolizing him, which I guess you're not supposed to do in his religion. Like he's
Yeah, it's
looking
like a
up to him.
false. You're not
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to praise anything that isn't God.
Yeah.
He's Catholic, so. But dude, when you first meet Ramses and the girl is outside the car, like trying to get his autograph, he just slams open the car door and knocks her over.
Oh, I
That part
didn't
is
see that.
hilarious too, dude.
Oh, I missed that.
She's like Ramses, and he just opens the door and she gets hit by the door and falls over.
I
Because
have
he's
to go
a
back.
douche. He's a real douche.
Yeah, from the very beginning he's a douchebag. But yeah, like but then like again, what's his name? Nacho gets a glimpse at this, and he's like, in the translation to this is as a tournament of new wrestlers. ¿Quieres probar do you want to try out your strength in the arena? Big prize will be $200. Enter today. Boom.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, I speak, read, write, all that stuff.
Wow.
I just have no
I
accent.
didn't know
That's the most horrible gift I've had. No,
the more-
having no accent.
Well, you only get the accent growing up there. You don't get the accent from speaking it.
How pimp would it be to be able to walk around in mask and suit while out in
I for real think that the luchadors do that. I for real, or at least growing up, I always thought that was a thing in Mexico. Like for the luchadors, they can't show their identity.
Yep.
So when they're out in public, they would wear that mask.
It's definitely a thing. Yeah, they can't even show it to the people backstage.
And right when this came out was around the time that my brother was super into wrestling, and his favorite wrestler was Rey Mysterio. And he wore a mask too, and they never showed him without his mask.
Yeah, he took it off for a year, but he put it back on for the rest of the time he was there. But yeah, then like so Nacho sees the sign, he goes back and he sees this is one of my favorite scenes of all time, man. I
And he has the
love this
toast.
scene. Yeah.
And he slides it under the door. And
Oh,
he slides
yeah,
it through
that's
the
right.
ground. Like I was like, Jesus, man.
So he's trying to slide it, or he's not even trying. Like he's sliding it under the door, and you just see a random random plate go under the door.
Yeah.
It's just like then the toast just start popping.
Yeah.
Guy has no shame. What a pimp, right? Uh, and yeah, he's having toast with Encarnacion.
It's a very crunchy toast. They're eating this, and it's like crunching, and I'm like, dude, I want toast.
I know,
Like,
right?
that's what these things do on movies, man. Anytime they're like eating some food, I always want whatever they're eating.
Oh, they have this new just to get off little bit off subject. They have this like new candles or like automated candles. Whatever smell they're smelling in the scene, it emits that like
Oh,
around
that's
you.
dope.
I know,
pretty
right?
That'd be really cool if you were watching like a cooking movie,
Oh my god.
like
Yeah.
Chef or something.
Yeah, it's something new. Yeah, so they're having toast.
And he shows he's talking about his parents because she asked him, "Why do they call you Güero?" And so he tells her that his mom was a Lutheran. I forget it. She's
Lutheran Baptist or something like
Yeah,
that.
Lutheran, and he's Catholic, and they tried to convert each other,
Yeah.
but they got married instead.
Yeah.
He's like, and they got married instead. Then they die.
And he grabs a picture. I love how
Yeah,
he grabs
the
the
way
picture.
he's
He's
like,
like, then he puts it back in his shirt. It's like,
yeah, that's funny, dude.
great scene. And then like the next morning, he's prepping food and everyone's pissed off at him. And he's like, what you guys were saying in the beginning, like who said it in the beginning? Do you remember what he says here?
Oh, the salad. Why can't we ever
The-
have just like a salad? That one, or
Yeah, no, he goes. He's talking about his duties.
oh, when he says he's like, maybe I wasn't meant for these duties, cooking duties, head guy duties. Maybe I should get some better duties. And he starts running away. He throws the pot. But this is funny because he's pouring it all for him, and he pours hers all nice and gives her a lot. And then the next guy, he's looking at her, he pours a little bit. Then for the guy that smacked him that he hates, he just pours it all over the table, and the guy's like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Leftovers." And the guy's like, "There is no flavor. Where are the chips?" And he's like, somebody stole them. And he's like, "Did you not tell them they were the Lord's chips? I was trying to." And then that's when he said, what does he say? He says something, and he's like, "Don't you know that I have had diarrhea since Easter's?"
Yeah.
And that's when he does the, well, maybe I wasn't meant
No,
for
no,
these
the-
duties.
The old guy goes like, brothers.
Oh, yeah. This is the most large I've ever had. Something like that.
Oh man, I love this scene. But yeah, then he goes into that duties rant, and I guess this is when he decides to go out and start wrestling, right?
There was another part when they're having toast. She's talking to him, and he's like, he says something to her, and she's like, "But wrestling." Oh, he says, "I saw a man,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
people were giving him flowers and stuff," and he's like telling her, and then she's like, "Oh, but wrestling is a sin. You know, those people live off their false pride and like people to praise them as false idols or whatever, and it's a sin. You know, it's in the Bible to not do that or whatever." And he kind of looks at her and he goes, "Whatever."
Yeah.
That part always makes you laugh too. Whatever. I do that one a lot too.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. But yeah, that scene made me laugh too, because as soon as she puts her hand on him, I can't believe you missed that. Like, you hear a woof sound in the background.
Because I just pay attention to his face, dude. She puts her
Yeah.
hand on him and he does that Jack Black face, like, you know, when he looks at his knee, he's all crazy.
It's but yeah, then like he steps outside, he runs out, he gets on his bike, and then he runs into this little guy. He's with him throughout the whole movie. He's like his little angel or whatever. But he says, "I think your food is good." I love this little guy.
Dude,
But then
Chancho is hilarious, dude. That was his name, Chancho. Little Chancho. I think he says it to him right here, right? Doesn't he say it?
yeah,
He
yeah.
says, what does he say? I forgot what he said. But yeah, he's funny, dude.
He says it a lot through the whole movie. But then like he lures this guy by throwing.
That was
Remember how
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he throws some chips on the ground,
He's like gracefully
Yeah.
gracefully throws it.
and then he runs away and hides around the corner. And I was like, How the hell did he know that would work? He just throws a random handful of chips. It's funny.
Oh man, I love this scene because they start wrestling. And he
Right
does, like-
before he jumps, though, he friggin' farts.
yeah,
Dude, they did that twice in 2 scenes before he jumps. He like lets out a big old fart, and it's like, what the heck? Yeah, when he jumps off and farts.
I forgot
funny.
about that. Yeah, but they get into a wrestling match, and then he tries to convince Skeletor to wrestle with him, right? Tag team.
He's like, you're crazy.
yeah.
You're crazy.
It's like, don't you
And
want to
he's
see what it tastes like?
Yeah, get a little taste of the glory. See what it tastes like.
Then he keeps going like, no, leave me alone. And he goes like, there's
Yeah.
500 pesos.
Yeah, if we win, we get 200 pesos. And he turns around and he smiles with his messed up teeth.
Yeah.
He's funny too, dude. He did a good job too. Like Jack Black is the star of the show, but Esqueleto's freaking good, man. And he doesn't have that many lines, but he's just funny, dude.
No, he's a great actor, man. I thought he played it perfectly. Like from homeless to
Yeah. Funny.
But then so Jack Black has to prep, so he's asking Chancho, I need to borrow some of your sweat.
Yeah. And, yeah, and
I
then
feel-
the kid's like, "Oh, are you leaving us?" He's like, "No, Chancho, I would never leave you. I just need to borrow some sweats."
I feel like this scene right here, like when I after watching it, everyone kept repeating this. I need to borrow some of your sweat. It's like shit, man. You guys are ruining the movie for me.
When I was a kid, I don't think I could understand what he said. I was like, he needs to borrow some what? Like, I never paid it. I guess I never got it. You know? That's
yeah,
funny.
that's what. Yeah. And then he starts practicing.
And
I
his kid
didn't
sweats.
understand his logic here. Like,
I know they do a bunch of random tests. This one, I think, made the most sense. Like, I get it. They're trying to be tough, like to take a hard hit or whatever. But the one where he rubs shit in his face and then shoots him with the arrow, I was like, what was the point of that? Just to get shit rubbed in his face? Like, Esqueleto has the worst tests, dude. Like, Nacho only had the cantaloupe, you know? But it's
No,
a
then he
whole
had
thing.
the-
Oh, I guess he did. have
yeah.
this one, where he goes in with the bull.
Look at his face, all determination right there.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask, have you ever dressed up as Nacho for Halloween?
No. We've
might do
talked,
it
me
this
and my
year.
brother have talked about it because my brother my brother's more skinny than me. So we always said like I would be Nacho and he would be Esqueleto, but we've never done it. And then when we were younger, for a point, my brother had long hair for a little while. So we could have done it, but we never did.
Gotta grow out that mustache and you're set, man.
I still can't grow that thick of a mustache.
It's like- But yeah, this scene is hilarious. He I love how they nod together at each other. They're like, all right, I'm gonna go in.
Yeah.
And then, he jumps in and he gets his ass.
Dude, when he throws the what is it called? The beehive. When he throws the beehive at Esqueleto and
Oh,
he's picking
yeah.
flowers. Dude,
yeah,
that
yeah.
is funny because I think that's the first time you hear him scream. And through the whole
I
movie,
hate
he
his
keeps
scream.
screaming.
Yeah.
And he's going like, ah!
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole
It's
montage is hilarious, dude. There's good music too. Like they're playing music when this whole thing is happening, and it's good music. And then when they're running towards the end, I think the song changes towards the end of the montage, and it's still good music.
Man, the cinematography was excellent in this movie. Like
Yeah.
when they start running together, I think I got a scene of it. Yeah, right here. It's like freaking badass. Like the camera work on this movie, really, really good.
I wonder if Jack Black did work out a little bit for this movie because he's big, he's fat, obviously, but like also some scenes like he looks a little bit muscular, you know?
Oh yeah. I think
So
he's
I
like a
wonder if he
little. Maybe he's like very, very. What's it called? He looks like he's muscular, like you said. He's just
Yeah.
a lot of fat outside. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this. I'm telling you, all the scenes were perfect in this thing. And yeah, this is the first fight. I don't know why, but every single movie I've seen, like when they film in Mexico, it's always orange or red or brown. Like there's a filter
The
over.
lighting? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you realize that? Like sometimes
Yeah.
I don't know why it's like that. Like here, there's like a brown filter. Here, there's like a orange filter. It's always like those colors.
That's true.
But yeah, this is their first match.
Yeah, and this part's funny. He's like, all right, you take this one.
No,
And he's like-
yeah. No, you take the. No, go ahead.
He's like, you go this one. He's like, what? I can't wrestle him. And he's like, yeah, you can do it. You're strong and fast like a gazelle. You can do it. Or he says,
You're tall and yeah.
you take the stallion. I'll take the pony. And that's when he says, I can't wrestle him. And that's when he says, yeah, you're strong or tall and fast like a gazelle. You can do it. And he's like, but then right before they start fighting, wow, what does he say? He says, oh, pray to the Lord for strength. That's another one I say all the time. Pray to the Lord for strength. And he goes, I don't believe in God. I only believe in science.
Yeah, that's perfect.
He's like, wait, you have not been baptized?
Oh yeah.
And then that's when the match starts. But yeah, that's another one I say all the time.
This is the one I say all the time. Save me a piece of that corn for later, huh?
Save me a piece of that corn. Save me a piece of that corn for later.
And
He's talking to the guy, and the old guy loves him.
Yeah,
The old
he's
guy.
number one fan.
He's like, hey, you. And the guy gets all happy, like, oh.
Just right
Yeah.
here. Save me a piece of that corn for later, and then whip crap.
Yeah, and he does that.
Yeah. That kind of filter appearance is even true in animation. Case in point, the movie. I haven't seen that movie yet. Coco.
Yeah, Coco does. It does have like that orange filter.
But yeah, save me a piece of that corn for later. They're wrestling. Esqueleto's getting his ass kicked,
And he gets his hair pulled out, bro. That's
Yeah, he
another,
gets,
like in a couple different matches, he gets his hair pulled out, and that's when he does that scream again.
No, I like the scene when he goes like he gets his hair pulled out. He goes like, "Hey, take it easy."
Take it easy. That's one of the gifts I use a lot. Take it easy.
Take it easy. And yeah, he tears his shirt. He's like so happy to like have. I don't even thinking he's winning or whatever.
Yeah.
Adrenaline rush like 1,000% right here. But then he gets a drop kick in his back. Yeah, this is where you see Esqueleto.
And Nacho's taking a shit while he's talking to him,
Yeah.
and he's like, I forget what Nacho says, but then
He says those two were a bunch of
couple of
wussies, huh?
They're a couple of wussies, huh? Yeah, and he's like, they got my hairs, okay?
And they get tossed a big envelope of money, and they're like,
I like when he's talking to him the whole time with his mask up, and the guy runs in and he just quickly like pulls his mask
"Oh
off.
yeah."
And he's like,
he doesn't
here's,
know.
and he's like, what's this? And he's like, and that's when they realize they get paid even for losing.
No. You know what I like about the scene? He goes like, "What's this? What does it look like?"
Yeah. What is it? It's money.
It's my. And he goes like, "But we didn't win. The people like you, you know." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, God." Oh man. And yeah, and then he starts buying. This is where it goes like positive for him. He starts buying food, not for himself, but for the kids, for the orphans. And yeah,
He makes her a big old salad.
yeah, man.
The other guys don't get anything.
Look at Jack Black, man. That's Jack Black 1000% right there. This is a movie design. I feel like it was designed over Jack Black.
Yeah.
With Jack Black in mind.
Yeah.
I think nobody else could have played this role, I think.
No. He's kind of like, it's his own comedy, but it kind of reminds me of like Jim Carrey comedy. Like he's just
Spontaneous.
and like a crazy character that's like he's just crazy, you know, like he does out of control things, you know.
Yeah, it's like little quirks where he's just like running and he just hops like randomly, or he
Yeah.
just eyebrows.
I love comedians like that, like Jack Black, Jim Carrey, Robin Williams. There's other ones, but like those three come to my head the most, I think.
Yeah. But then it goes like he's dressing up, and then Chancho captures him dressing up as Nacho Libre, and he goes, "What does he say here?" He's like, "You can't tell anybody," or he says like, "I won't
He
tell
says,
anybody." Right?
sometimes
Oh yeah.
when you are a man,
Yeah.
you wear stretchy clothes in your room. It's for fun.
It's for fun. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, and then like fast forward to this next match and goes like, I'm a little concerned about your salvation and stuff.
Does Esqueleto say anything?
No, he's like, you're just mad because I believe in science or some crap like that.
Yeah, he says something funny though, and then he goes, I just thought since we are no, he says tonight we are going up against Satan's cavemen. And I just thought it'd be a good idea if you praise the Lord. He slides it in the water. But I forgot what Esqueleto says something that's funny.
Let me adjust my microphone. I can't hear you anymore.
You can't hear me?
AirPods. I can't hear anything. I'll be right back. I think it's like messing up again. It's like showing StreamYard or something.
Oh,
I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Okay, cool. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Terry, that's what he says. Yeah. I don't know why you keep judging me, because I only believe in science. That's what he says. That's an iconic one. Because I would say that to my brothers and me would say that a lot. Like, I don't know why you have to be judging me. Because I only believe in science. And the praise the Lord too. Tonight we're going up against Satan's cavemen. And I just thought it would be a good idea if you praise the Lord. Did you fix it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can hear everything else around.
I can barely hear you now. Like your mic is going out. Apparently YouTube doesn't want us reviewing Nacho Libre.
How about now? Is that good?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with
it like goes up and down.
I don't know what it is, man.
Well, sounds good now. You're good now.
Let's try to keep going.
All right.
I gotta share my desktop. That's what I messed up on. I believe in science. I love that scene.
Yeah, Terry remembered what he said. He said, I don't know why you keep judging me. That's the thing that he says that I couldn't remember. Because I say that to my brother all the time. I don't know why you're always judging me.
And then like the way he like what did it say? Praise to the Lord.
Yeah. If you praise the Lord. Yeah. Oh, and then afterwards he goes, Felicidades. Felicidades.
He keeps the same accent. That's what I love about Jack Black through the whole movie. Like I don't care.
He does a good job, dude.
Yeah, he's way better than I am. And yeah, they fight the devil's minions. I forget what they call them.
The Satan's cavemen.
Satan's cavemen.
Dude, they remind me of like cracked out Ewoks. That's what because they sound like they make like this high pitched screaming noise, and it was funny like when they first come into the ring. And they're both in the corner, and they run in, and they both get scared. They're like, "Oh!" They like back up.
No, it's because they're walking to the crowd, right? And then they jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Douchebag said, after first watching this movie, I was convinced that Jack Black must be at least half Mexican. I felt like it was a homage to his heritage. Yeah, dude, I could have swore. I was like, I could see it, him being at least like part Mexican, you know?
I don't know if he is. I never looked that up.
I don't think he is. I think he's like, he said it in a, wow, that's funny. I think in a interview I was watching recently, he said he's like Scottish. I think
he's Scottish.
Something like that.
What's up, Norman? But yeah, so they're fighting. These guys had ups though, man. They did everything.
Dude, they could fly almost.
Yeah,
like 2 different times they jumped over all the ropes. I was like, dude, what the heck?
Oh yeah, it felt like it was badass. Yeah, they're fighting them, and they lose again. But like the funny part of this is like they lose, but as soon as like they lose, they get the same envelope handed in their hands. Bubblegum.
Yeah,
bubblegum for me. Yeah. Look, I will never get over this. Anytime I go out with somebody and we go to a fair or something, I was like, I'm not doing that drawing crap. Like they're gonna do something like this. I always think of this scene right here. Always.
That's funny, dude. And the corn. I
and the
kind of
corn.
want an elote now because they were eating corn the whole freaking time in the movie. He was especially like he loves the corn, and he's getting his toenails done. He already fixed his teeth. I think when they got paid the first time, he got
I
like
think he
his
cleaned
teeth
them.
whitened.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, then like and your boy Jack Black gets his white shoes. Oh my god, man! As soon as he got these white shoes, I used to wear. Do you remember Air Force Ones, the Nike Air Force Ones?
Yeah.
I would put those on, and I would just do the whole scene of just like jumping
Wow.
down, jumping up. I would love wearing those shoes all the time. But then again, like yeah, they're pimping. And he goes back to he goes back to church and goes like, they're just niños trying to release their vehicles.
Yeah. And they're fighting, and he's like, "Okay, listen up," and he tells them the whole thing.
My life is. Oh, you could do it. You could do it. I'm a horrible.
My
with
life
this.
is good, real good. I get to wake up at 3 a.m. every morning and make soup. It's the best. I love it. I get to lay in the bed by myself all of my life. It's fantastic. That part is the funniest part. I'll tell that to my brother. He asked me like, "How's your day going?" I'm like, "My life is good, real good. I get to lay in the bed by myself all of my life. It's the best."
Oh man, I gotta get. Yeah, I gotta get more screenshots like this. I like when they have captions on them.
Yeah,
or
it's funny, dude.
Yeah.
The gifs and the memes and stuff is funny. He says something else to the kids too, like, "Go away, read some books."
Go read some books. Yeah.
Read some books. And then he's, the kid's like, Chancho's like, "So you've never wrestled?" And he's like, "What, me? Pff, come on, don't be crazy."
Oh, that's perfect right there.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to his room and goes like, "Have you ever had feelings for a nun?"
Oh, he says something funny later about the nun, but yeah. And the guy is like, "No."
Yeah. So, like right before the next scene, their Esqueleto plans this idea of like, hey, me and my friends are gonna hook you up, make you look badass, but we're gonna come mug you. But we'll let you beat us up, and then you'll impress her, right?
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm like seeing that or hearing that, and he's just like, "Oh man, this guy's gonna go kick some ass." Do you want to read this really quick? You do it way better than I did.
Beneath the clothes, you find a man. And beneath the man, you find his nucleus.
Yeah.
That part's funny too. And then she's like, "Where are your robes?" He's like, these are my recreation clothes." That whole scene is funny. But then the guys walk by. When the guys walk by, and he's like, and he runs back over. "I don't like the way they were looking at you." And he goes, "Hey, can't you see this woman is a nun?" And if you can't, what does he say? He says, "And if you can't handle that, well, then I'll just fight you." Or he says something like, "If you can't respect that, then I'll just fight you."
And the way he takes off his shirt, it's perfect. It's like just like he's gonna go hard. He's gonna go ham on them.
The way he says, "Can't you see this woman's a nun?" That part makes me laugh every time, dude.
And what happens? Like they
Then
flips
they
around.
show up behind him, behind the two guys he thought were the guys that were set up there, and then he comes Esqueleto. Oh, look, Jesse said the wolf howl when he tightened his butt cheeks. I didn't hear it then either. I know like when he tightens his butt cheeks, you hear the whip, like it does the whip noise again. But anyway, after he rips the guy's clothes and he's talking shit to, and then he says, what does he say? He says like, "You ever seen moves like these, huh?" And he jumps up and he does like, "You know these moves? You see these moves?" And then they come around and it's Esqueleto and he's with like a bunch of old guys with pitchforks and shovels, and then he gets punched in the face. Yeah,
he gets punched in the face, and then it completely went south for him.
And
Surprise!
that's one of the biggest memes right there.
I
Where he
love
goes,
this.
surprise. And he goes, get that corn out of my face. I don't want any corn.
I'm not listening to you. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
I'm tired of losing. I want to win, or something
I
like
wanna
that.
win.
Oh, my favorite part of the scene right here is like he does a Jack Black moment. He's like yelling at him, but he kicks the wall, and then he like kicks it like 3 times, turns around, kicks it again. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
It reminds me of something he did on School of Rock.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
he moves the same kind of way. Yeah.
But yeah, they're just arguing, and they
That's
come
when
up
he
with an
tells him
idea.
about the Eagle Powers guy, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I think I know someone who can help you. And that's
The way he speaks.
oh no, that part's funny too. When he's like, I think I know someone who can help you. The Lord? No. The Lord?
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I looked like a fool last night.
Yeah. I looking like a fool last night.
Oh man, that was great. And yeah, and then this guy's a very famous actor, right?
He's in John Wick.
Yeah, he's Lucifer. He's Lou.
He's also the dude from all the Call of Duty commercials, I think. Does he do the Call of Duty commercials? Or does he do the... Yeah, he does. It's like the Exterminator or something.
Maybe. But yeah, he is the guy with the eagle powers. Oh no, he's like what is he again? He's a shaman or something?
In the cast, they call him Emperor.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, Emperor? But yeah, he's like a weird, like, ritual magic dude, I guess. He's really just an idiot.
I love when he goes like he tells Jack Black everything about it, and he goes like high five.
Yeah, high five. And then he climbs up there and he cracks open the yolk and drinks it. And then he does that dive where he farts again. Right?
Yeah.
He dives. I was like, damn, dude, that was a crazy jump, bro. He climbed all the way up there. He could have died on that jump.
You know, I've jumped from that high up above before.
Like
and,
one of those cliff jumps
yeah,
to water?
Yeah, I messed up my ankle for like 2 months.
Really?
I think. Yeah, when I landed.
You just did it on your own, or were you with like a group of people that they tell you how to land? Or no?
No, they didn't tell me how to land.
Because dude, if you land wrong, like you can seriously mess up your legs or like your ass. You could like, mess up a lot.
The people that jumped before me, like they were telling me that stuff, but yeah, I messed up my whole leg, my ankle, my leg, and everything.
Is it because when you hit the water, does it feel like hard?
It feels like glass initially, but then like it feels like you just fell on the floor, like cement or something.
Wow, dude.
But like you sink all the way to the bottom, you don't feel anything. You're just like a big slap at your body, and yeah. I don't know how Jack Black did it if he did it, because when he jumps, he's just like jumping awkwardly too. Right?
Yeah. He like lands in his face.
He drops the rock and almost takes out the boat.
Yeah, they're both in the boat, and you just see a big old splash next to him. He could have hit the dude in the head or some shit. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh yeah, and so the next day they're like praying for his No, what does he say here?
He says, Esqueleto says, summon your eagle powers. And he's like, what do you think I am doing? And then it plays a song here too. That's a good song. I forget
the song.
Yeah, I don't remember, but this is his whole eagle like ceremony thing, and then when he jumps up, he throws his cape back and it like goes all over Esqueleto and covers his face.
Yeah.
That's funny. He's an idiot sometimes.
Eagle powers, come to me.
Come to me.
Getting the shit out of kicked out of them. Oh yeah, you want to read that?
Those eggs were a lie, Steven.
A lie.
They give me no eagle powers.
It's like
this is when he says, isn't this when he says, I don't want to get paid to lose. I wanna win.
Yeah.
And he throws the money on the ground.
So we started off this movie. I saw a different review, but they were talking about how religion impacts this movie. But this is where he starts losing faith. Not he starts losing faith in God and starts like relying on wrestling to give him the strength that he needs, or
Yeah.
other things.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Maybe
It does have that. It go because then it has like that once he comes back to it. That's when he starts doing good.
Revelation, or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to win.
Yeah. I wanna win.
Oh man. Oh yeah, and then like so doesn't he Esqueleto tell him like
Oh, he says I don't know what Esqueleto says, but then he's like we need to he says we need to he's like I need Ramses, and he's like I need a pro. I need to get in with him and his friends or get the, what does he say? It's like secrets or something, and he's like but those guys won't help us. They only help out each other.
it's political or something like that.
It's political, obviously.
Yeah.
I hear you, amigo. He says something like, I hear you, amigo.
And then yeah, they run into him. That's Don Ramon, I think, or Don something.
Yeah, Senor Ramon.
Senor Ramon. Yeah, it's right there on the screen. Senor Ramon. And yeah, then like
then it goes to when they're in the market.
yeah.
That part's funny too.
Do you remember the scene where he's like looking at that lady?
Yeah, what does he say? He says something. He says, here's where they make the corn. It's the best in the city. And then he goes, and over there, he says, that's where I get the cheaps, in the secret place. And then he goes, and that is a crazy lady. And he says, so you can see this is what I do. Pretty goddamn exciting.
Oh, then he asks him, Ramses, how are you? Like
I like when he says, when the kid sees him, he's like, hey, isn't that Ramses?
yeah.
And he's like, how do you know? And the kid's like, he's the best. He's the best.
And then Chancho goes like, yeah, no, he's not, and blah, blah.
Yeah.
He gives him that wink, which I
Yeah.
thought was pretty funny. Oh, man, that was great. But yeah, then he goes up to Ramses, goes like, how are you? Or whatever. And he goes like, the kids were like, he says it funny. You probably say it better
He
than I
says,
do.
Ramses, how are you? He's like, what? He says something, I think, first, and then he says,
The kids would like a picture.
the kids, they love you.
Yeah.
Can we get a signature and
Oh, yeah.
perhaps a picture from you? And he just turns back around, and then he goes to tap on him again, and he says, they love you. You're the best. And then he just kicks him into the freaking melons behind him.
He pushes him. Yeah,
Yeah.
completely.
And,
Yeah.
and then Chancho shakes his head like, God.
Let us down, man. Oh yeah, and then like they come up with the idea to go to Senor Ramon's party. But this guy turns out to be like what does he do? Like he's a craftsman, right? Like
Yeah, he made their suits, and he made this jacket that he's going in. He's like, feel my jacket, and the guy feels it. He's like, I made them. And then that's when Encarnacion knocks on the door, and he's like, go lay down. And he goes over like he's praying, dude. He like goes over the corner
like he bends over like right in front of him. Like,
like he's praying, dude.
so
And she answers the
Encarnacion's-
door. She's like,
Yeah.
Ignacio, where have you been? And he's like, I've been sleeping. She's like, in a frilly shirt and slacks? These are my PJs.
I love the scene because like he goes like no, like she goes like
She's can I come in? And he goes, no, people might get the wrong idea about you. Like maybe you are a flusy.
I felt like that went by a lot of people's head. Like I was like, you know,
She
what that
kind of
means?
even looks at him like, okay. And then he goes, she says something, and he's like, okay, night night.
Yeah, no, it's good. Okay, bye. No, she says like, what about the kids'
Oh,
food? Like, yeah.
Yeah, she says the kids, there's no ingredients for breakfast tomorrow, and he goes, okay, or he says, I'll take care of it. Okay, night night. And he closes the door real quick.
Yeah, that was great. So yeah.
Hey, let go my blouse.
Oh man, his face is so priceless in this scene, man. They try to go
Yeah,
into the
dude.
club or wherever Senor Ramon is at, and just both their faces.
They don't
They
let
get-
him into the party. Like he's like, we're wrestlers or we're luchadores or something,
Yeah.
and they push him back like, we don't care, get the hell out of here.
So I didn't grab this screenshot, but like Jack Black helps Esqueleto to get to the top of the wall.
And he's like, give me a boost.
Yeah.
So he lifts him up, and then he's like, what about me? He's like, I can't lift you. You're too fat.
Yeah. And he literally disappears. I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna be a
they
joke,
just-
and he just disappears.
Yeah.
But then Jack Black sees like a band like dropping off their stuff, and he goes like, "I'll tag along" or something like that
Yeah.
to get
then
into
you
the
see-
party.
Esqueleto goes in there and he talks to Ramses. And then that's when Senor Ramon tells him how they need to enter the exhibition match. And the winner will fight Ramses and become pro.
Yeah.
And then you
It's
meet the girl that's in love with Esqueleto. That's all crazy about him. This part's hilarious because he's like, first he goes to like touch the China doll, and he touches it and it breaks the eye, and he like freaks out. And that's when she says, "I forgive you." But
Yeah.
then he's like, "How did you get up here so fast?" And she's like, "Shh, secret tunnels." And there's a big ass hole in the wall, like a mouse hole, but like a giant hole. And I was like, "What the heck? Secret tunnels?"
But
And
then like
she tells him that she loves him.
no, she goes like she like does it with her mouth like
Yeah, she mouths it,
yeah.
and he's like, "What?"
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, and that's when she says, "I hear that luchadores make bad lovers because they save themselves for the ring." She's weird, dude.
Yeah,
But it's
the whole
funny, and
movie's
he's sitting
weird.
there the whole time, and then he like gulps. He's like, because she's like talking to him.
She should have been a luchador, to be honest. She's so.
And then he takes off running, and she jumps up and like runs to the tunnel.
to the wall,
chase him?
basically, where
Yeah.
the tunnel is. Yeah.
It's funny.
But when she's like, what's it called, crawling towards the tunnel, there's like that
Dude,
little
she
seat
like
that-
she knocks out the chair out
yeah,
of the way.
but she hits it so hard that it's like, god damn.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was great.
Terry said
And
she's
then-
skinny now.
Is she really?
I didn't look it up, so.
Oh, we gotta look that up. But yeah, then this is where like one of the best songs of the whole movie comes to play. Because Jack Black is part of the band, and now he has to sing because
Yeah.
he has to do his part.
Senor Ramon is like, sing a song for Ramses. And the guy
Ramses.
looks at him and he's like, this one's you. And he's like, what? And he's like, this next one, this is you. And so he starts singing.
I am singing at the party. I
my
am
turn to
singing. It's my turn to sing at the party. Everyone is dancing, happy at the party. But Ramses is not dancing. He does not dance at the
parties. Ramses number one, he puts the people all on fire. Ramses is the one. And then he says something about desire or something. And he keeps going into it, and then Ramses throws the wine in his face because he feels like he's disrespecting him.
But he goes like, "Hey, no, what is it? He says something there, doesn't he? Hey, it's my new shirt or something. It's my. Why'd you throw that on my blouse? I forget what he says right there.
I don't remember, because then that's when Esqueleto screams again because the girl caught him from her tunnel, and he goes to save her, and he's got the base in his hand or whatever, and he goes to save her, and he goes to slam it on her, and she moves out the way, and he hits Esqueleto and knocks him out. You just hear him go, ow, or he says something like, ow.
Then they have this. So they go outside. They get thrown outside, and these guys are back. These guys are like wrestling
Dude.
with whips.
Yeah, they were whipping him. They come out of nowhere and they like slash his tires And then they have like a Mexican stare down, and they're staring at each other. And that old time Esqueleto has the corn in his hand, and he chucks it like a friggin' ninja star into the guy's eye. Like, and the guy's like, ah.
Yeah, that's where the scene ends. Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Okay, I want to settle this tonight. For the longest time, I wasn't sure if this was a female or a male. Is this a female or a male?
That's a male, dude.
That's a male. Okay. I
He looks like an Indian dude. Like, not that Mexican, but
like Native American.
yeah, Native American. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Skeletor throws it in his face, and then like Jack Black gets back to the church really late, and then this is where they have their argument.
Oh yeah, he says, I got no groceries for breakfast because of you. And he's like, it's not my fault. I forget what he says, but then he's like, you're always crying about your stupid orphans.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And he's like, what did you say? And he says,
Come again?
He says, your stupid orphans. Or he says, I hate the orphans. And he's like, come again? And he says, I hate all the orphans in the whole world. Oh, that's what he says. I'm sick of hearing you and your stupid orphans. I'm sick of hearing about you and your stupid orphans.
Oh yeah. And then he's completely late. And I love when he enters the room, he goes like, Buenos dias, sister. Oh man. I hate them.
I hate them.
And yeah, then like he gets in trouble. The nun freaking cooks the food and he goes back to church. And this is where he has that moment, like, do I have to wrestle? He talks to God basically, right?
Yeah. He's praying.
Like,
he lights a candle and he's praying.
He's asking him, do you want me to wrestle and instead of using the money for myself? Do you want me to give it to the orphans? What do you want me to do? That's what he asks, right?
Yeah, he says, if you didn't want me to fight, then why did you give me such strong feeling that I want to fight?
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
And then yeah, pretty much the same thing. He's like, maybe you want me to fight and use the money to give all the money to the orphans, and so that they could have a better life. Yeah. And then that's when the candle falls over next to him and lights his robe on fire, and he's praying, and then he goes, I smell cookies.
But
and all of it's in his head. He's not talking. It's all in his head because he's praying.
Yeah.
So he starts like making his Jack Black face, and he's sniffing around. He's like, I smell cookies.
But yeah, he's like trying to get the fire off him. He like runs outside, and then I love this scene where he goes like, yes, yes, it is me. He looks Nacho.
I like when he runs out and he realizes that like they can see him, and he looks down and he goes, aye. Aye. And he's, yes, it's true. I am Nacho.
The luchador.
And they're like, who? And he's like, maybe you've seen me on TV. And that's when he does his Nacho.
Nacho!
And that's what that guy that smacks him, the guy that just walked out, is like, I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh man, it is forbidden. Oh man. So yeah, he gets kicked out, and he goes like, you know what? I want to go fight this match, and I'm gonna freaking win all this money. I'm gonna take these kids on a field trip, like they should be on. You know?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, the scenes in this movie, freaking badass for a Nickelodeon movie.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty good. It's
'Cause
a
the
good story, even with all the funny,
Yeah.
like all the funny stuff that's going on. Like you feel for the story too, and like you feel for what's going on.
Yep. And yeah, I was gonna grab each screenshot for each wrestler. There's like a there's a lot of
Oh yeah, because
there's a lot of characters in this book.
It says their name, their like height, like everything that it would say in like a boxing match or something, and then it says their finishing move,
But basically, like there's like an Asian guy.
El Chino.
El
I'm
Chino.
pretty sure he was El Chino, dude.
Yeah,
Or
he was.
Chino
He was.
Man or something
No,
like that.
Chinito, I think it was.
Maybe El
Was it?
Chinito.
Yeah.
And the black dude is El Snowflake.
Yeah.
I don't remember the blue guy, the guy in the blue. I don't remember any of them actually, other than the big guy is Silencio, right?
Yeah, Silencio, yeah. But yeah, there's everybody else. There's Jack Black. There's Esqueleto. And he has to eliminate everybody in order to win.
Yeah.
But then he loses, right? He
He
loses
almost
because
wins.
yeah, everyone gets eliminated except for him and Silencio. But like he trips and then yeah.
Oh, the guy tripped him. The dude right in front of him, the big guy.
Yeah,
He
that's
trips
right.
him and he like flops over. And that's what screws him.
Oh, Jesse says his name is El Muñeco.
That's the big guy that trips him?
Mhm.
Probably, yeah.
And then we go to the scene where like he loses.
Oh,
It's so
did you see when they're doing the fight? I thought the funniest thing when they're doing the fight, the black dude does like a Michael Jackson move and he
Yeah.
does the splits and kicks the dude in the balls. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah,
was
in the
hilarious,
corner. Yeah. The Asian guy just doing all the stereotypes.
Yeah,
stuff,
like karate kind of stuff.
Everybody else is doing their thing. Yeah, this is a great scene. I loved it. And then like he loses, right? So I forgot to grab the scene, but he loses. He goes back to church to go pick up his stuff, and it's already packed up for him.
Yeah, they already packed up all his stuff.
And this is when he has a talk with Chancho
Chancho.
right here.
I thought it was messed up. He just took his mom gave him a machete. This is her lucky machete.
Yeah.
And he's like, you could have it.
He's like a
And he
kid.
just
He's
takes
probably like,
it. I was like,
yeah.
what the hell? He's just gonna take this is the only thing he has of his mom left.
who leaves their kid a sword behind, or a machete behind?
Oh, and then I like when he tells him, perhaps I will see you again in another life.
So dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he has this whole montage of him like hiking up this mountain, like close to his church. He builds a fort for himself.
He says he tells him something before he leaves. He says I'm gonna go live in the wilderness.
Yeah.
I forgot what he says though. It's funny though. And then yeah, it shows him chop the cactus and eat it.
Yeah.
His little what is it, hut of sticks or whatever.
He builds a little.
Yeah.
He's probably out there for like a day or half a day at least.
I think it's funny because then it shows Esqueleto is coming to tell him that he's got a chance. Oh yeah, it's coming to tell him that he's got a chance in the match because the guy couldn't make it.
No, but before that, Esqueleto delivers a piece of mail to the nun.
Yeah, and he writes a letter to her letting her know that he's gonna wrestle again.
No, but you remember when like he dropped off the note? He was like he drops it off to her, and it's like she's a
He
princess or
bows,
something. Yeah,
He
he's
bows and then he walks away all funny.
like...
Yeah.
I wanted to capture a screenshot of the letter, but I couldn't make it out. So, but yeah, he's telling
Pretty
him
much telling her that he's gonna wrestle. He has a big match coming up, and if he wins, he could take care of the orphans. He's gonna give everything to the orphans, and then he says it's too bad we both took our vows of celibacy. He said, because otherwise we maybe could have a family with some niños.
yeah.
And then at the end of the thing, it's like he has all those XOs, and he's like, hug, geese, geese. Hug, big geese, little hug, geese, little geese.
Yeah. Here's your favorite part right here, or whatever.
Yeah, but whatever. That's right after he says we could have had some kids with or some niños. And he's like, but whatever.
And then like Esqueleto climbs up the whole mountain that he just climbed up. He goes like, "How did you find me here?"
Yeah, and then he looks back. I saw you. He's like, we could see you from the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nacho.
He's like not even in the wilderness. He's like just outside the city.
This reminds me so much of San Diego, man. Like you climb up a random mountain and still see the city, but it's like desert or where else.
That's like LA too. And Palm Desert. There's a lot of in Palm Springs. There's a lot of like hiking spots, so you can see the whole town.
Yeah. So he's telling them, "Oh crap! I think I put them double." So you're right. You're right. It happened after because he drops off the letter before he goes to the match.
Because he freaking ran over Silencio's foot with the bike because he was mad that he wouldn't share his food with like an orphan kid.
Yeah.
Is that when he tells him like, I thought you hated orphans, and he's like, no, not anymore. I like them.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, that's when I like him.
Yeah.
Reads the letter, and I love this scene right here. Rams is number one. His legs,
arms are number one. Yeah, his legs are numbered one. His muscles are numbered one. I forget what he says. He keeps going the whole time while he's preparing for the fight, while they put oil all over him. And
I don't know, man. I feel like when I watched wrestling matches in Mexico, Mexicans are like really wide. They're really short, but they're like really stocky wide somehow. I don't know how they get that wide. There's like no muscle definition, but they're really, really like dense.
I'll tell you why backstage.
Okay. Yeah, so he's prepping them. They're about to go into the fight. And then I wrote a song for Encarnacion. Would you like to hear it?
That's when he sings the best song. Encarnacion. Encarnacion. That's a good song.
I remember watching this.
What's one of the lines? It's funny. I didn't hear the whole song.
I remember watching this in the theater, and I looked at my friend. And I was like, "Did the movie skip, or something's going on?" Like, it's just completely out of nowhere because he just starts singing
the whole. They had to have a Jack Black singing. Two of them. They had the Ramsey song, and then they had to have a whole nother scene. I'm sure they had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I love the scene, but now I gotta remember the song. Maybe we could be. Oh man,
I just remember this part, the Encarnacion part.
I'm gonna look up the lyrics.
But I don't remember the words that he says. Because the words are funny too.
Lyrics. When the fantasy has ended and all the children are gone, something good inside me will help me carry on. What the fuck?
That's funny, dude.
I'll send it to you on private chat so you can read it out loud if you want.
Let's see.
Because like I feel like this is all you right here.
Why I have to sing the whole song?
No, you don't have to sing it, but it's just like
when the
maybe
fantasy has ended.
Oh, that's how it goes. Yeah.
And all the children are gone. Something good inside me will help me to carry on. I ate some bugs. I ate some grass. I use my hands to wipe my tears. To kiss your mouth. I break my vow. No, wait, Jose. Unless you want to, then we break our vows together.
Encarnacion.
That part's funny.
Oh my god. Awesome. Use my hand to wipe my teeth.
Yeah, that because it rhymes. You think he's gonna say, "I use my hand to wipe my eyes." He says to wipe my tears.
Oh man. And yeah, Ramses is a badass entrance, man.
Yeah, he had a good entrance song too, right? Didn't he have an entrance song? It was good.
I just remember the lead up to this was badass. And yeah, they're squaring off. Ramses is like twice his weight,
Is Jack Black 5'5" in real life?
That's what it said on the.
It said on on his card or whatever. But I was like, damn, dude, I didn't know he was that short. I was thinking like 5'8". But if he's 5'5", that means Ramses is only like 6 foot, maybe. Not even, maybe like 5.
Yeah, maybe 6 foot. Yeah, I have to look that up. But yeah, they're fighting. Jack Black's like getting a hold of him. He's like almost like he's square. He's like he's actually holding his own, right? Because
Yeah,
now
he's doing good.
He's fighting for not for himself, but for the kids now. Look at
And then
look at his face.
dude, I was surprised how good he was doing. And then he starts losing towards the end though. But did Ramses cheat?
I don't. Well, he
I
cheats
wasn't
because
towards
like
the end of this
Jack,
part. I wasn't paying attention. It's like I was doing stuff while I was watching, so I didn't pay attention to the final fight. But I could have swore he cheated somehow.
no. So Jack Black's getting ready in the corner, and then Ramses gets tired of waiting, so he.
Oh, that's what he does. He
bypasses.
doesn't wait for the bell
Yeah,
or whatever, so he like jumps in and grabs him or whatever.
yeah. So he takes off his mask, and then like I love the scene where he's like opening up his legs, and Jack Black goes like.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
But then he outsmarts him, and this I love the scene, man. This scene always.
This
makes
is
me
when
like,
he's losing,
yeah.
and he needs he needs something to give him motivation, and that's when the kids, Encarnacion brought the kids to the wrestling match, and they all have their Nacho Libre masks on, and they're all, and then it plays that song. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
And then that's when he gets his eagle powers,
Yeah.
and he flips Ramses off of him.
He knocks
And
him
then
out.
he does his superpower, his super eagle. That's his super eagle. I think it said on the card what the name of this move was.
Oh, really? I didn't look.
Yeah, because it said everybody's finishing move, and this is his finishing move when he does his eagle dive or whatever. But he I like when he jumps and he puts his hands back and he's like actually flying. Like he jumped far. It like makes it look like he's flying, dude.
Like he's perfectly like at an angle. Just...
Yeah, exactly. Because Ramses is running away the whole time.
Yeah. But look how far he jumped. Like he was gliding at one moment. But yeah, badass scene. And then yeah, this is where I captured this screenshot because in another review I saw, he in the beginning he was saying like I did this, I did that, but he changes his words. He says we did it, and then that's the only way he gets to get stuff out of his life, like when he includes everybody.
Then
But yeah,
Terry said that was the song that I think I am a real religious man. It's a very like pumped up. It's a very pumped up song. Pumps you up.
So he buys the bus. He gets all the kids in the bus, and he takes them out to go visit some spots. And
I'm guessing a national park or something in Mexico. Probably like a national park or something.
And this is where you get to see Jesse Hernandez's profile pic right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude! I completely forgot that was his profile pic.
Yeah.
Yeah, his funny smile.
Yeah.
Funny.
Because he gets what he wants at the end, or he gets what he.
I thought about it, and I was like, as a kid, I always thought like, oh, maybe, I don't know, they won't stay at the church and they'll end up marrying and have kids. But then I thought, no, I think the whole point of it is like, the orphans are their kids, and like they raise them together, you know, like.
Yes. Well, I took away. Well, we're getting towards the end, right? Let's see. Yeah, and this is the like, this is a legit shot they took of like what's his name, Jack Black in the suit. I was like, dang, that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, we'll get into our review or a score and final thoughts. What would you rate this? What's your score? What would you think?
5 out of 5 bananas, or 10 out of 10 bananas, whatever. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite Jack Black movies. I was looking up like Jack Black to see what else he's in, but this is definitely one of the top ones, and one of the most quotable movies for me growing up. So many lines that I quote to this day.
Yeah.
When I think of elotes, I think of this movie. Like, the story is good too. Like, it's a good story. It's funny. The actors did a great job in each character. Like, it's a cool Mexican movie too. Like, there's not a lot of like Mexican movies that I watched as a kid. I guess it's not. It's not like a true Mexican movie, but it's still cool for me as a kid. You know, like a Mexican superhero kind of thing. That's what luchadors were for kids back then. And like back then, I was interested in like, I don't know if you ever watched Lucha Libre. Was it Lucha Libre? It was like a cartoon on Fox TV or Fox Kids.
I've heard of
Remember
it. Yeah, I remember it, but I never watched it. I never followed
So
it.
like I was into that at that time, and like I said, at this time, me and my brother, I wasn't super into wrestling, but my brother was, and I was super into SmackDown versus Raw on PlayStation. I think it was PlayStation 2. So like it was cool for that. So yeah, I love this movie, man. I wouldn't change anything about it, and I feel like it went on to influence a ton of comedy that we have today. So
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. 5 out of 5 bananas, 10 out of 10 bananas. I freaking love this movie. It holds up for being like it came out 2006. What is like it for like a movie that's just like there's no technology in this whole movie. Like everyone's in the mountains, like practicing religion. There's nothing. There's no gadgets. There's nothing to help them out through the whole movie. Yeah. So.
yeah.
And also, I feel like this movie is very underrated, or like not. There's no. When I tell my friends about it, or when I tell random people about it, they've never seen this movie. They think
Really?
it's a kids movie. Yeah, it says Nickelodeon like really big on the bottom. So
I don't
there's
know who you're
that.
hanging out with, man.
But the whole I was thinking about this today because that review stuck in my head. Like it's not a religious movie, but it helps you like see how religion does help out people in a certain.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It's
really
not
sure.
like a shove down your throat kind of
Yeah,
movie, but it's a
yeah.
feel good religious
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
It's like the people you surround yourself or the people that
Yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah, awesome movie. If you guys haven't seen it yet, definitely go check it out. And if you've seen it, go watch it again. I freaking love this movie. Pedro says, "How has Jack Black not done this Nacho character?" So it's funny that he says
Yeah, I
that. There's like I don't know if you know Seth Rollins. There's a
I know the name. I don't.
yeah. So there's a recent match. It happened after the whole thing was over. Seth Rollins was like celebrating his win. The cameras go off, and then there's like this random guy that goes in the middle of the stands and he like points out to Seth Rollins, and it's a guy dressed up in a Nacho Libre
Oh,
like,
dang.
outfit. Yeah.
That's cool.
So it was great. Jesse says 10 out of 10 corn. Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, that is good.
Talk about corn all night. But
Save
cool,
me a
cool.
piece of that corn for later.
So towards the end, we also do go. It's your turn, actually. What movie is next, man?
I had a hard time thinking about this because I was like, do I want to pick another comedy to go? Do I want to pick like a movie that I want to watch? I kind of want to stick to comedy. Should we just do Tropic Thunder? And
I'm cool with it. I honestly
it
don't
out of the
care
way.
if I get canceled or whatever. But
You're gonna get canceled.
well, there's some scenes I feel people are very.
We won't. Well, obviously.
I mean, we will. I
We're
feel
not-
like because some of those scenes are too funny not to like.
Well, we will say the scenes, but like,
Yeah, we'll.
I don't.
we'll
They don't ever say. I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. I just think the whole premise of the movie it would never get made today, but I don't think they ever say anything like that bad, right?
I mean, they do.
They do?
Yeah, you never go full.
Oh, I don't know why I still don't think that's that bad. In my head, I forget, obviously, all the time that that's a bad thing to say.
You're like, can you do this today?
Yeah. Okay, that might be bad. I was thinking more of the Robert Downey Jr. stuff.
No, I love this
I'm
movie.
a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Jack Black goes like, "Come over here,
Dude, I have a good. Yeah, I want to pick this one because I have a good story actually about watching this one. So
Simple Jack. Yeah. So I'm cool with Gotham Cinebites. It's not that bad, at least my humble opinion. It's comedy at the end of it.
yeah, I don't think anything crazy.
Jesus. Okay, I'm down with that. Tropic Thunder for next week. Cool, man. What's it called? We still got some people watching. An hour and a half, man.
I
Does that
didn't
mean
think that was gonna last that long because
I know. I
this-
thought. Yeah.
this like it's funny and there's a ton of quotable lines, but the story isn't like a crazy story. So I was like, what are we gonna talk about the whole time, but we did it word for word, and then the songs and everything and all the quotes. It went a lot longer than I thought it was.
I thought it was gonna be 45 minutes. Like in my
Yeah,
head,
me
I
too.
gotta freaking push for like the next
That was
movie
and
really
that one
hard.
might have been one of our longest ones, huh?
Oh yeah, by far. And that's probably like not even the longest movie we watched out of all the stuff we watched.
Yeah, the stream was just as long as the movie, an hour and a half.
Yeah. Tropic Thunder made me realize that Robert Downey Jr. is an amazing, phenomenal actor. Mad respect.
He's hilarious, dude.
Oh yeah, Robert Downey Jr. He's actually a good guy too. Like he did this like all this charity stuff. Always an Iron Man. Like I like charitable stuff. So
I think that's part of his like whole changing his life kind of thing, right?
oh yeah, ever
Giving
since he
back
was
and
like
everything.
yeah.
I knew him when. I feel like we should save this for Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that's
But,
fine.
I like everything I've seen him in. I couldn't like name a bunch of them, but one comedy that he did that's hilarious is that one where he's like with Alan from The Hangover, and it's like they're doing like a road trip. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it. I know what you're talking
Dude,
about. Though.
that
Yeah.
movie is funny, man. You gotta watch. That movie's hilarious. Him and Alan together, Zach Galifianakis, they're hilarious because the character is kind of like an Alan character, and Robert Downey Jr. is kind of like Iron Man, where he's sarcastic but a little bit less patience than Iron Man has. It's funny, dude. You gotta watch. It's a good one.
Pedro says, "Have you all done watch along movies?" I feel that's pretty tough. Like
The
I haven't
only
tried it.
time I've seen streams where they do watch alongs, it's just basically like this, where we're watching and talking at the same time. Like we can't show the movie, which sucks.
Yeah.
We could. I'm down to do. It would have to be like we'd have to set aside the whole time because we're gonna talk about it, and then
I can't
It's up to you,
remember the name. Do you want to try it for Tropic Thunder? I'm down with it.
yeah, we could. So, are we gonna start at the same time?
Yeah,
Watch
so-
it while we. That'd be
So
cool.
like what I'll do.
Oh, but do me a favor if you can. I don't know if this is available with streaming though. That sucks. Do you own Tropic Thunder, or you'd have to
I have
stream
Tropic
it?
Thunder.
You do?
Mhm.
The DVD, dude. If you have it, watch the director's commentary. Like back in the day, they used. I don't know if they still do that because I don't really pay attention when I buy DVDs or 4K videos anymore. But they used to do where the director would talk about the movie while you watched it. Right? You can hear their commentary.
Yeah.
This is the best director's commentary because it's all of the characters in character commenting about the movie while you watch it. Dude, it is the best thing ever. So if we're going to watch it live, I wouldn't watch it with the commentary. But, well, I guess it doesn't matter because they're not going to hear anything. But it's funny, dude. It's worth the watch.
I'll figure out how to watch it together. Maybe we have to watch it screen on screen. Like you watch it on your side.
Yeah, I'd
I'll watch it on
have
my
to.
side.
I'll probably have it
Live.
on my iPad, like on the side, because I have my iPad here anyway. So I could put it on my iPad while we stream. I just won't. Well, that's another thing. I won't have any sound because you would hear the sound.
Oh yeah. Maybe you could play it on your lap. I can't. We'll try it for another time.
Yeah,
We
we'll
gotta figure it out first. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, Due Date. That was the name of the movie.
due date.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is funny in it too. That one's a good one, dude.
Well, if anybody joins us next week, that'd be great too. Like Gotham Cenobites, Pedro, Douchebag. Always happy to have more people on the panel. Jesse. But it's all good. So Tropic Thunder will be my last episode of 2024. And
You just
No,
come
it's-
back as another dude.
yeah. I was going to say something, but I'll save it for that. I don't know. Eddie, thanks for stopping by. Anything you want to talk about or plug or whatever it's called?
Not really. Normal stuff. The CW Tuesday and LWO Friday nights. I forget who we're gonna be on next Friday. I don't think anybody answered it. It might be Dan, maybe, because I feel like Dan hasn't hosted in a while. 6 Scale Reviews. It might be that one. I don't know. But yeah, CW Fridays, and those are the main ones. And then sometimes I'll be on Sunday with Ben or on the Ben Thomas Show or random
On
streams.
Sundays.
But
Yeah.
thanks, man.
Well, I did put your. I always forget to say this. You're under MadeMedia, so I put your @ thing there. So check Eddie out.
I haven't posted a video since my garage shelf build, but I'm probably gonna post some pictures of Padme on Instagram because I just got Padme in, so it's a really cool figure. I like it a lot.
And that's a good idea, Pedro. People ask why. Tune in on Mondays.
I like that thumbnail.
I know, man. This guy always. Here, let me. Before we get out of here. Before
he just changed it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No,
He had a
another
different
one.
the last stream, I think.
Oh, was it the last one? Okay.
Maybe.
But he always has the best ones.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good, man. Sounds like you're busy. I'll be on tomorrow and then Thursday for our horror movie reviews. We're gonna do. What's the movie we're gonna do? We are gonna do this one right here. Let's see.
Event Horizon. never seen
Yeah. You've never seen this, man?
I should start watching these and like watching along the stream with you guys, because I think I don't think you guys have done a movie that I've seen since the time I was on for
Oh,
Good
really?
Jeepers Creepers. Every movie you guys have done, I don't think I've ever seen.
They're not always the greatest.
Wow.
I'll
Well,
admit
who
that.
picked this one?
Terry picked this one.
Oh, okay.
Gotham Cenobites.
I gotta. I don't know when it comes to Terry. You know, Terry likes Aquaman too and stuff. So I'm just playing.
No,
Terry.
man. This one will freak you out. If you want something to freak you out, like this is
I
the
don't know
movie
if
to
I
freak
want
you out.
something to freak me out.
This will freak you out. Like,
I'll check it
Really?
out, and then I'll comment along on the next Space Hellraiser. Wow, Terry would be
Yes.
mad at me, but I've never seen any of the Hellraisers either,
what?
ever. So
You only got to watch the first three, I would say. There's like 9 of them.
okay, I'll check this one out though, so I can at least comment along on the stream with you guys.
I can't tell this with you. All good.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, thank you. All right, man, let's get out of here. Action Figure Academy. What's up, man?
That's Mike.
Get him off stage.
Wow, get him off.
All right, backstage. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Gotham Cenobites, Pedro, Action Academy, everyone else. Thank you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.